Does anybody really believe this shit anymore? Like, really? So, the new trailer has dropped for Ghost Recon Wildlands, and damn, like that looks pretty good. But at the same time, this is a Ubisoft game, and like people are getting hyped for this. It's almost like the gaming community just has like the memory of a goldfish, because this shit happens over and over and over again. The saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. What happens when you fool me 15 times? Like, now who do we blame it on, dude? Do you guys remember when Rainbow Six was supposed to look like this?
Go, 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 hallway, let's go.
But then when we got it, it looked like this? Do you guys remember when Watch Dogs looked like this? But then when we got it, it looked like this? Do you guys remember when The Division looked like this? But then when we got it, it looked like this. How many times are we gonna fall for the same shit over and over again? And the thing is we can't even blame this on pre-rendered cutscenes, because people are getting hyped off of the gameplay that Ubisoft is showing. And I put gameplay in air quotations, because the gameplay that they show, which in my opinion should be representative of the final product, is never representative of the final product. It's false advertising, because at the time that they show these trailers, we have the ability to pre-order. That's basically Ubisoft asking us to hand over cash based on nothing but lies. And they've done this time and time and time again. We can't take pre-rendered cutscenes at face value, obviously, for obvious reasons. I would hope people out there are smart enough to realize that. But when Ubisoft tries to push gameplay on us, we can't even take that at face value. It is all fucking lies. Everything that Ubisoft says, up until the day the game is released, has the potential to be tainted and bullshit. And that's based on their own doing, 100%. So this Ghost Recon trailer that people were asking my opinions of, I have no opinion, because I don't know if it's legit or not, even though it comes from the source. And how sad is that? That I don't want to form an opinion because I don't think they're telling the truth. But I mean, let's talk about what we know so far. Is that it's enormous, it's open world, it's a tactical third-person shooter, and it has 4-player cooperative, so you can do the missions with 3 other people. It's set in the modern day, so we're not going to see a lot of future tech. However, there will be drones in the game. But guys, the make or break for me is whether or not the game is going to have competitive multiplayer. I went to Google to search if it has been confirmed or not, and the first post I read is somebody asking if it could potentially be like the old SOCOM games. So that gave me faith in humanity, that there are still people out here who want a game like this to be competitive. Ubisoft, I'm going to put this plain English so you can understand. If you launch the game without competitive multiplayer, fuck yourself. You will never get a dime from me. I'm not even going to buy the game. Honestly, I was looking forward to this. But after I see what you guys did with Siege, and don't get me wrong, I enjoy Siege for what it is. It is a tactical shooter. I kind of have to enjoy it. But what the potential that you guys sold on everybody and what we actually got was night and day. The Division, night and day. I'm done with it. This is the last straw for me. If there was no competitive multiplayer, and I'm talking PvP, games like Team Deathmatch or a One Life mode, you know what I mean? Like competitive. If there was nothing like that in this game, then you can take it and you can shove it. Because it's not what I'm looking for when I go to play Ghost Recon. I've been playing Ghost Recon since like 2001, 2002. Okay, the originals back on PC, you could play online with friends. Ghost Recon 2, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, Ghost Recon Future. So like every Ghost Recon had some sort of ability to play online with people. Now, I'm not looking for a co-op experience. Co-op to me is like an additional thing to what I'm looking for when it comes to Ghost Recon. I want to play multiplayer. I want to be competitive. If you don't have it, it's over. That's my opinion of Ghost Recon Wildlands. Hopefully we find out more at E3. Hopefully they confirm multiplayer. Until then, I'm not even holding my breath for this game. Because, to be honest, Ubisoft just... they're just fucking god-awful, dude. And that takes me to my next point. End the Ghost Recon rant here, if that's all you want to hear. This is a rant on Ubisoft and how I have literally watched them change from being a company that had so many great shooter and tactical IPs to where they are now. And it's fucking sad, dude. I grew up playing Splinter Cell and like Pandora Tomorrow, and Chaos Theory was one of my favorite games on the PS2. And I see where they took it. They took it from tactical espionage to this fucking action type of stealth that we see in games like Blacklist, like where you can just mark targets, hit the Y button, Sam Fisher jumps up and just gats 6 people. What the fuck happened? One of the first games I remember playing on the PlayStation was Driver. Do you guys remember Driver and Driver 2? Back in the day, it was made by, I believe, Reflections, and now that's a Ubisoft studio. So you guys have the Driver IP. I watched that series turn into a shell of what it formerly was. Like when Driver 3 came out and it was trying to take on Grand Theft Auto in that 2002, 2004 era, it just failed. Flat on its face. Why not reboot the series? Wouldn't that be something? That'd be some shit. But I'm sure you guys wouldn't want to do that, so it would impede on The Crew, because that game was just so fucking fantastic. Or how about the heartfelt delay of the next Assassin's Creed so that, you know, they could get their shit together? They really want to get their shit together. Or you just didn't want to drop it with Rainbow Six and The Division all around the same time. Is that it? It was a business decision, right? You guys don't give a fuck about trying to get your shit together and make the next Assassin's Creed the greatest one in the series. You don't care. And it sucks that you don't care, because I feel like as a tactical shooter fan and as somebody who has watched your company change the way it has, it just makes me sad, because you guys have the best group of IPs out of anybody else in the business. EA, in my opinion, and of course this is to my preference, EA doesn't even have the IPs that you are sitting on right now. And you guys are literally just running every single one of them into the ground. Far Cry is another one. You're just milking the shit. And Far Cry 4 was a terrible letdown in comparison to 3. You know why 3 was so good? Because Far Cry 2 came out in, 2008? And then we had to wait, 3-4 years? So the anticipation was there. And it was obvious that the craft and the time and the work went into Far Cry 3. And it was fucking fantastic. And then a year later, Far Cry 4 comes out. What do you think is going to happen? It's just unbelievable, man. You're sitting on gold, but you're so out of touch with what people really want. And I don't know if this video is even going to make it to somebody who could potentially watch this, but something needs to change. And I don't know what it's going to take, but I hope it happens soon. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. My name is Big Fry. There is an annotation in the top right of your screen. I want you to vote. Do you think Ghost Recon Wildlands has a chance to be successful in 2016? Vote yes, vote no, and I will discuss this on maybe a future podcast or in another video. Leave a comment down below. Use the keyword Wildland. That lets me know you made it to the end of the video, and I'll see you on the next one.